Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today, we're going to take a look at a song that was made a big hit by Nicolette Larson in 1978 called Lotta Love. This is a Neil Young written song. It actually shows up on his Comes a Time album, which I think is also from 1978. and that was kind of a country album, actually. I mean, not full country. It was still very much of the rock tradition, but it had some country elements. I mean, he's on the cover holding an acoustic guitar, and I think the harmonica, too, around his neck. She actually sung on the album before it, American Stars and Bars. So she says, I got that song off a tape I found lying on the floor of Neil's car. I popped it in the tape player and commented on what a great song it was. Neil said, you want it? It's yours.
Wow.
So there you go. I guess he recorded it in January 76, and then it just didn't come out for 2 years. And he's like, well, whatever, I sort of remember the song. Yeah, I know the Neil Young version. I don't totally remember the arrangement on this, but I do remember there was a saxophone. We're watching this primarily because there's a video, and we have never seen Nicolette Larson actually perform. So, Adrian, any thoughts ahead before we look at this?
I just remember being kind of surprised when I first found out this is a Neil Young song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I heard it many times before I found that out.
This was a big, big hit. Let me see. It reached number 8 in America and did real well in Canada, Australia, New Zealand. So, yeah, let's check this out. See what was going on here. All right, we'll talk afterwards. It's gonna take a lot of hair.
Yeah. Her hair goes down past her waist.
And you got like
I
to
don't
her
know
knees.
how far it goes, but yeah, to her knees or something like that.
That's wild.
That's a lot of hair.
You know, now that I saw that, I think that her first album cover is, you see a lot of hair, and I just never made the connection because I didn't see it live like that. Wow, that was interesting. Well, what do you think, Adrian?
Oh, this is the version I remember hearing. Well-produced cover and a full band version of the famous classic.
Yeah, there are some things I noticed about this that I was very interested in. Well, first of all, those vocals are really cool, but those actually show up in Neil's original. In fact, let me play you just a little piece of Neil's original, just the audio here. Yeah, listen to those vocals, the backing vocals on this.
It's gonna take a lot of love to make things work out right.
So yeah, it's basically the same thing. I mean, vocally speaking. Mm-hmm. So that's all Neil. And they just brought it over to the hit song here. One thing I did not recall about this song is that it's very discoed up. I mean, this is the year of disco, all right? 1978 was probably the peak of disco. Mm-hmm. And you could hear it in there. I had forgotten there was a flute solo in there, but the orchestration, I mean, it comes right off a Donna Summer hit, you know? MacArthur Park or something. And guess who produced this song? Ted Templeman. The same guy that produced the Van Halen albums. Among others, he also produced the Doobie Brothers. He did Toulouse Street, which was the Doobies' one of their biggest albums. He probably also did the one after it, which was another big album, Captain and Me. But yeah, those first 6 Van Halen records, as well as Montrose and Carly Simon, and I mean, he got around. Little Feet, Sailing Shoes. He did Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey. He even did Captain Beefheart, Clear Spot. So, yeah, so I found that interesting. There were a whole lot of elements in there. It's actually kind of overproduced. I mean, by today's standards, it's definitely overproduced, but it's cool, you know? And it's very much of the style of the time. It rocked for sure. I think it's really strong. It's got that really strong hook. I mean, it's a Neil Young song. Neil always kind of underdid it with his songs. A lot of his songs almost sound like demos on his records, you know, and then somebody else goes and records it, it becomes a big hit, and that's what happened here. So just to note what happened with Nicolette Larson, unfortunately she passed away in 1997. She had cerebral edema triggered by liver failure. Who says that? There's a quote here. I guess it's in Astrid Young's book, Neil's half-sister. Says the fatal seizure was in no small way related to her chronic use of Valium and Tylenol PM. Yeah, folks, Tylenol PM is dangerous. It's not like Tylenol. So if you take that, just be aware. You know what else I noticed about this song? There's a little riff in there that I actually first heard in the Carole King song, It's Too Late, where it goes, oops.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That sounds very much like Carole King. But
yeah, it's the main riff. Yeah, I mean, it was just a little bit that they threw in there. You know, they were throwing so much stuff into the songs in 1978. It's not surprising there's all these little licks and riffs and things in there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's what happened with her. So yes, a cautionary tale, unfortunately. She was only 45 years old. But yeah, she sang a lot with Neil Young. She briefly dated Weird Al Yankovic, who composed You Don't Love Me Anymore, a style parody of Larson's work for his 1992 album Off the Deep End. Oh, and Nicolette was also married to drummer Russ Kunkel, who is the drummer for The Section, who played with Leland Sklar, bass player, Waddy Wachtel, the guitarist, you know, like on all the Jackson Browne albums and many, many more. But that song is really cool. I mean, she sounded great on it. You know, it was the right song for her. Anyway, I'm glad we took a look at that. I don't hear this song very often in the wild anymore. You know, I think it's one of those that's kind of fallen off the radar. Hopefully this will help bring it back a little bit. All right. And folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? If the song is new to you, if you had any idea about Neil Young being the author, if you've heard the Neil Young version, if you know more about Nicolette Larson than we mentioned here, any of that stuff, any other details you think we missed, you can leave all that below, and we'll be happy to read about it. Okay, and if you have other suggestions for us, you can leave those below as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. Don't forget, we have a second channel, Modern Rock Talk, where we put interviews and interview reactions and other types of non-music content. If that interests you, please subscribe over there. But thanks so much for being here today, and we will catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks.
See you all later.